Welcome to Harris County Commissioner's Court. I'm County Commissioner Adrian Garcia of Precinct 2. And thank you for joining me for Precinct 2's tour of progress. As a lifelong cop, I know the value that our brave men and women in uniform do for our community. Public safety is important. It's important for our children, our families, our businesses. And that's why when I became Commissioner of Precinct 2, public safety would be priority number one. Since I've been County Commissioner, I've helped to make major investments in your public safety. More than $132 million for law enforcement. That includes investments for victims of crime, the Sheriff's Office for warrant roundups of dangerous people, the 8 constables' offices for vehicles and equipment, the District Attorney for more prosecutors and more felony courts to try those committing crimes, new technology, state-of-the-art body cameras, and protective equipment to keep our officers safe when confronting dangerous criminals.
ShotSpotter was launched in 2020. It's an emergent technology that helps us identify when gunfire happens. It helps us identify the location. It relays the information to law enforcement within seconds and allows us to respond much more quicker. And that's been a success at many levels. We selected a 4-mile square radius in the Aldine community, which is in greater Northeast Harris County. And we selected that area specifically because at the Harris County Sheriff's Office, we were receiving the most calls for discharging firearms in that community.
My parents lived down the street from me, and we would just hear the guns going off at night. And it really sometimes felt like you were in the middle of a war. When ShotSpotter came in, it was like a drastic change. You're sleeping at night, you don't hear anything. It's like every so often you'll hear something, but you know that it's working. You definitely know that it's working. It's amazing to see what ShotSpotter has done for this community.
I've been a resident of Aldine for the last 42 years. Even with the storm windows, I could still hear, especially when they were so close. And that was always my fear. How close are they? So now, since the installation, I hear less and less and less. As a matter of fact, weekends go by, I don't hear anything. I really have to say that the installation and the use of the ShotSpotter has certainly served its purpose.
Early on, we've already received over 1,085 alerts advising us that gunfire has been detected in that region. Of those, over 1,050 shell casings, firearms evidence that's so critical for us has been located from those scenes. More than 30 arrests have happened, more than 40 charges have been filed, and more than 27 guns have been seized. In addition, we have also looked at the data and determined that thanks to ShotSpotter, we're able to identify incidents of gunfire that are occurring compared to when people are calling. So it's only about 10% of the calls for service that we're receiving when gunfire is happening. So we're actually able to respond to many more. And so when you leverage that type of information, coupled with the enforcement action that we're able to take by responding much quicker, and then ultimately by being able to more smartly deploy resources to that community, we feel that it's a really good mix that's going to allow us to really make meaningful impact for that community.
People who risk their lives on a daily basis to keep us safe. But we've got to do what we can to make their jobs easier.
This overtime has allowed us to be able to proactively deal with some serious crime cases that were backlogged, as well as being able to proactively pursue those serious, dangerous actors that are impacting our community so much.
Commissioner's Lighting Project is so important for all the public safety of Harris County, especially for Precinct 2. We have a lot of beautiful parks, but when the sun goes down, unfortunately it's not that safe. But now that we have lights in there, you see families out there, you see dads are walking with their kids, and it's such a beautiful sight to see that people feel safe coming out to our parks again.
Definitely, I've seen the improvements. I've used the improvements. So, and I know other people the community have used the improvements, so I think it's a definite plus. And then the lighting, in case it gets a little dark before you finish your run, then you feel secure as well. The safety part of it, you bet.
It's just a great boost for all of us that run in this area to know that the trails are going to be safer, that there's going to be more facilities for us, and longer distances that we can run without crossing a major road.
Thank you for joining us on this segment of Precinct 2's Tour of Progress. Today we focus on public safety, but continue to follow us because you're going to continue to learn all that we're doing in Precinct 2. Thank you.